In this video, my friend and I just finished riding both his Multistrada RS and his M1000 XR all day long, and we discuss our thoughts on these two masterpieces. If you missed my riding comparison video, I'll link it at the end of this video, and I highly recommend watching it as well as this if you're thinking of getting either of these bikes. And by the way, you're going to want to keep it locked into Ducati Diaries because he just got carbon fiber wheels for his RS and ordered race exhausts for both bikes. And we think that's going to make an exciting part 2 comparison video with both bikes having carbon wheels, full exhausts, and race up maps. So stay tuned. No pun intended. Okay, maybe it was a little intended. Don't judge me. By the way, I am officially calling June Humble Month. Did you know Proverbs 16:18 says that pride comes before destruction and an arrogant spirit before a fall? I can't tell you how many times I've seen this truth in my life. So happy Humble Month, people. Let's do work. Okay, so after riding both, I'm kind of at a loss for words. It's two very powerful, very premium, very beautiful, top of the line performance bikes. I was expecting it to be more comparable, but really they're not as comparable as I'd expected because this is basically a street fighter. It's basically a street fighter with a couch on top of it. This thing is unbelievably comfortable. Now I am a Street Fighter V4S owner. How long did I have that? Like a year? Yeah. So I got the experience anyway. I remember when you got this and you were like, this is not the same bike, and you were absolutely right. This is not the same bike. It's got, I don't know, for me, I don't know why, but even though you're in race mode here, this is more comfortable than my Multistrada. I don't know, maybe it's just my imagination, but this thing was eating up bumps on the road like cake. It was nothing. You got extreme power, extreme handling. It's bigger. For me, the RS is more comfortable. For me, the BMW is a bit more cramped. I don't know, did you feel that? Like definitely my legs felt a little bit more cramped on there. It feels like a smaller cockpit.
Yeah, the footrests are higher. It's more sporty position. Well, I mean, you can tell since, for example, BMW doesn't allow you to have panniers. It tells you that you're not going to travel. On a full fuel tank, you're not going to do more than 130 miles. That's nothing actually. If you're looking for comfort and performance, probably the RS is the way to go. If you're looking for something nasty, I believe the BMW. It's very fast, and it's not just the speed, it's fast also in changing direction. It doesn't feel a 1 liter bike. Actually, it looks like big, but when you are on top of it, it's super light and
totally compact. Yeah, light, flickable. It's like a sport bike.
I would say it's an S1000R, but in a comfier position. So it's a step in between the whatever you said before. If the RS is like the Street Fighter with a couch on it, this is like an S1000 with like a little armchair.
With the armchair, yes. Not quite a couch, but definitely an armchair. Definitely more comfortable than the S1000R.
They have a reason to exist. I mean,
exactly.
If you're crazy and you like something comfy, you're gonna go with the RS, and it still has like the huge performance of the Panigale or the Street Fighter. And if you want to zip left and right and want to do crazy stuff, you're gonna buy the BMW.
Without breaking your back.
The BMW is kind of less useful.
Yes.
I mean, you cannot actually travel.
Yeah, no panniers like you said. And no rear case, right?
No.
No rear case. So
you can go anywhere. It's just for fun.
Yeah, it's comfortable fun.
It's like you are like in your 50s and you're feeling that you want a sport bike. You know that you're not going to ride it because it's super tiring and uncomfortable, and then you go with something like that.
I kind of feel like with Ducati, it's like we're kind of growing up with Ducati. So I can't, if I don't feel like, breaking my back on the Panigale, then I move to the Street Fighter, which is more comfortable. And then as you get older, maybe in my 50s, I get onto a Multistrada RS. It's got the same performance, almost. It's got the same engine, at least, as the Street Fighter, but it's a lot more comfortable.
It's superior electronics. I mean, you have a much more things than a Street Fighter, and
you throw your package.
It's not like you need to be old or what for this bike. It's just a different shape and design. So if you're for a naked, probably looking for the Street Fighter. But all around, I mean, as a crossover, the RS is the one to go.
It's one of the most comfortable bikes I've ever ridden on.
I'm not sure I'm going to use anymore the SP2.
Are you contemplating keeping one of these still or both?
I need to wait a little bit more.
Ride them some more?
Well, I want to change first the manifolds and the pipes.
So full race exhaust.
Yeah, and then we'll see.
Which one are you going to go with? The full Akrapovic?
Yeah.
Okay.
But quite frankly, I thought that I was going to keep just one of them, and then I realized that these are two completely different things.
I mean, you could use them similarly for... I mean, I wouldn't have any problems making a long trip on this.
But the thing with the long trip on that one is that you have no real mileage on the gas tank, and there is no way to place anything. I mean,
you'd have to have a backpack.
You need to have a backpack, but what you can pack in a backpack, nothing.
Right.
It's
yeah.
like...
Unlike that there, which you could do the rear
that one
case.
gives you more... I think it's much more comfy. If you look at the seating position, it is clear that it's more comfy.
Now, I will say that the seat on the BMW M is super cushy. That's the most comfortable seat I've ever been on.
Oh, yeah.
And I will also say that I have never experienced a smoother quick shift in my life.
Well, I believe they have the best quick shift.
It's the best I've ever experienced.
I'm pretty sure it's the best.
So I came here on my Diablo V4, and I was going to say that they had upgraded the quick shift on that, but this, you can't even feel it. You just upshift like, it's like air.
Oh, that's the reason why they're coming out with the new full automatic on the Boxer engine. They have the technology there. I believe it's also, I mean, people probably believe that I'm going to say something stupid, but the 4 cylinders in line, the way it develop the torque and everything is much easier to create a quick shift than the engine of the Ducati.
Now the RS is very smooth as well.
But
to me,
not as the BMW.
It's not even close to this.
BMW is like you're not even. You put no effort. It goes by itself.
It's like it's not even shifting.
Yeah.
I was like, did this just shift?
Yeah, that's stupid.
I didn't even hear it shift. Yeah. I mean, obviously downshifting and upshifting is a little bit different, but upshifting, it's like, I hate to use this analogy, but it's like warm butter. It's like melted butter.
I don't know why they didn't use the carbon fiber wheels on the RS. That was going to be a huge save of weight. It was going to make it much easier to maneuver.
So the BMW has carbon fiber. Now these are the forged Marquezine?
Yeah, those are the forged Marquezine. But
okay.
I mean,
so that's lightweight.
They are
strong.
Very good in general, but nothing compared to that carbon fiber.
I almost wonder if it's because you could do a little bit of off-roading in this if you wanted to. Maybe?
Nah, honestly, I don't see this bike for off-road.
Yeah.
No, it's just, I mean, honestly, it's a way to save money. They use a fancy material everywhere, and they lost the opportunity to do something crazy
with the wheels.
Look at the magnesium frame there, the titanium. Sorry.
Yep, it's got a titanium frame.
You go with the titanium there to save some weight.
Yeah.
And then you forget to use carbon fiber. I don't like also those plastic covers on the engine. I mean, honestly, they're becoming more and more like those cars when you open the hood and you see that cover, you don't see anything.
Yeah.
And then when you open up, it's all messy with cables and wires. Here on the BMW, you can clearly see the engine as it is. There's nothing to hide. Yeah, the other thing is a shame is this whole part here is too much. That needs to go.
That's the cat. Yeah. So you're thinking full race exhaust on this one?
Oh yeah.
So is this the full race exhaust Akrapovic on this one too?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to do Akrapovic on both?
Yeah.
Okay. That'll be interesting to see and hear. Yeah, but just gorgeous bikes.
The other thing BMW did right was the footrest. There you have like 20 positions. Footrest, so you can adjust the way you want.
Oh, interesting. So none of this is aftermarket. This is all.
No, everything is.
Yeah, and that's one of the things we were talking about with the BMW M is, right? You don't need to mod it. Oh, I thought you did that yourself. Those are not
No.
Those are stock?
Yes.
Yeah, so just like we talked about on your M1000R, right? Everything is like already modded for you.
Yeah.
How about these?
Yes.
Even the rear
I
mirrors.
didn't change anything. This is a stock.
So that's what I like about these BMW
Stock
M's.
with the M package.
They come already modded. There's nothing you can do except for maybe the exhaust, right?
Yeah. The other thing interesting on this bike, it was a great solution. Actually, it's the same solution they adopted for racing. They have a Brembo brake disc, but
it's got the M
brake
on it.
itself is the M1 used by BMW in the races. It's actually a very good one.
It's beautiful.
It's performing very well.
Oh yeah. Even got the bits of blue in the rear sets. Yeah, those rear sets are gorgeous. I mean, because that's $800 if you get that for the
Yeah, and you have
Ducati.
so many adjustments, it's unbelievable.
And speaking of that, pricing is going to be big here.
Well, there is almost $7,000 difference in pricing between the two.
BMW costs less,
Yeah.
and you have.
I mean, if you don't buy the M package on the BMW, that's like the carbon fiber wheels, and it's gonna be like 25,000, something like that.
This is the M package, right?
Yeah, this has
Yeah.
everything.
So several $1,000s less for the M, and you get extra goodies. You get the carbon fiber rims, right? You get everything is basically modded already.
Well, I mean, there is so
Look at
much
this.
to say about the electronics and the things that you can perform on the BMW. But same goes with the Ducati. Ducati has like the radar. Ducati was made actually more for touring.
Yes.
Even if it's a sportier touring, it's a
Yep.
sport touring because you have the radar and you have this and you have that. But it's on the electronic side. I think if you're looking for pure performance, BMW went a step ahead. You have also there's the opportunity to do for the pit box if you are on a racetrack and you want to limit the speed.
Okay. Now this no radar, therefore no adaptive cruise control.
No, you have the cruise control, but
But is it adaptive?
it's not.
No adaptive. So if I were going to go a distance, this is clearly
I mean,
the one to go with.
riding a bike is all about defensive driving. You can have
Yeah.
all the electronics of the world. You still need to keep your eyes
Yeah.
open and be fully focused. So
Yeah.
honestly, I never use the cruise control in any bike.
Hmm.
I have really no interest in that.
I have on my Multistrada when I was going to my mother's 200-mile trip. Definitely use the
I
cruise
know,
control.
but
Yeah.
it's still. I mean, mentally, I feel better if I'm in full control of it.
I would agree under normal cruise control, but adaptive cruise control is so comfortable. You take your hand. I took both my hands off it sometimes.
Unfortunately,
We don't recommend doing that. But I can tell you right now, I've had many miles of experience with it. It works well.
It is a great ad, but it's a psychological bias. I mean, it's. I really don't trust the small chipset in the ECU to take control on a motorcycle. That's what
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
I know that it's capable. I know it works very well, but
Yeah. Have you tried it?
yeah, I
Yeah.
did.
It's pretty amazing. Like a car comes in front of you, it automatically slows
it
down.
is low.
So in terms of technology, I'd say it's a tie. They both are top-notch technical marvels.
Yeah, they have like everything you need and more.
The BMW sounds like someone kicked a hornet's nest and they're angry. The engine, it's like, I love that.
Yeah, I prefer the sound of the four-cylinder line, honestly.
It's deeper, yeah.
It's different, and also it doesn't have all that mechanical noise that you have on many chains moving.
It's like you hear when you come off the clutch, like a
It's
little bit.
less contemporary sound. I mean, there is nothing to do. The V shape of the engine, it's nice. It sounds old.
Yeah.
There's no way that you can fix it. It's an amazing engine, nothing to say about it.
So this is a V-twin?
No,
That's
it's a
V4.
V4.
V4. And it's 1,000 cc's.
Yeah.
About 1,000 cc's. Okay. And this is about 1,200, right? 1158, is it? I think 1158?
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
like this.
Because for me, this was the most powerful thing I've ever sat on for an adventure bike. And did you let me ride the Pikes Peak? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is just, I don't know, it's elite. So if you had to pick one and only one, which one?
I believe that was only one. I was going with the BMW because I own many bikes, so I don't really need a feature of touring.
So if forced to choose one and only one bike, you would choose the BMW.
Yeah.
I would choose the RS. I would choose the Ducati.
Yeah,
Just because,
that's the reason why in the end.
yeah, comfort. Like I felt my hip was a little bit cramped on this. The seat was amazing, most amazing, but I felt like it was much more cramped than this. And this you could just get on for the long haul and just get off. Your butt's not going to be sore.
There is no doubt, it's more comfortable.
But you still have that power and feeling of an aggressive
You have all
street
the
fighter.
power of the world. The power
Yeah.
is actually none of the two bikes will be really used for what they are. I mean, the power exceeds what you really actually going to use. So there's no
Yeah.
way to deploy all the power on these bikes.
I'll find
First
a
of all,
way. I
because
will
of-
find a way.
You're not gonna do that because it's impossible. There is a point that there will be too much wind. You need to just to lay on the fuel tank. It's not enough. These are too tall to really use the full
Yeah.
power.
Yeah.
It's not.
You could, though, conceivably do what I did on my Street Fighter, right? Get the full race exhaust, do the velocity stacks, do the
You
Pro
can do whatever
Tune.
you want on the engine side, but honestly, again, they already more than is
Yeah.
needed. Then we all need to find excuses to change stuff on bikes.
Of course, yeah. So, but given the fact you could conceivably get this to about 240 horsepower, just like on my Street Fighter. So you're about 150 miles or so on this. When does it open up?
500.
That's another cool thing about the BMWs is they don't let you have fun until it's time to have fun. It'll automatically release the RPMs as the miles go up.
You need to take to the shop
For your first service.
for your first service after
Okay.
the break-in period that is between 400 and 600 miles, and then they allow you to do whatever you want.
So we're going to have to put some more miles on today then. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention is it doesn't look like you can have the rear case on this, or can you? It's not the same as my Multistrada was where they had the bolts here. Yeah, you can't. I don't think you can do a rear case on this, can you? Doesn't look like it. I don't know.
I don't think so. Honestly,
Yeah.
if you buy this bike, it's like, I mean, I wouldn't think to travel on this bike.
Right.
One thing I did modify was the plate holder. This one is
Okay.
much shorter. The other thing that is interesting, it is true it has two panniers, but the one on the right, it's basically useless.
Oh, yeah.
Because you have that, so
Yep.
this is the space you can use.
I used to put my laptop in there.
It's not that much, so basically it's the other one.
Yeah.
But
Still good.
Still
Better
good.
than, yeah.
it covers the exhaust that is actually beautiful.
But they're easy to take off.
I prefer I'm going to remove them.
Yeah, it's easy to take them off when you want to go and ride it. And as a reminder, these are made so that they move with the wind buffeting, right?
Yeah.
So more performance-oriented panniers. All right, friends, if you made it this far into the video, thank you very much. Keep it locked in for more exciting cars and bikes. And always remember the motto, always be kinder than necessary, and I will see you in the next one.